This is the BG Climbers list for the week ending 12/7/2022. This list is put together every week by Michael Alexander. I'll include links in the description below if you want to take a look at the actual list or subscribe to it. Let me add that this week's is a little bit late. I think there was around the holidays. There's always some delays in getting the list up, so I'm hoping to do one next week, but I may not be able to get to it depending upon what time the list comes in. The other thing is BGG is doing their drive, the supporter drive, so 20 days left if you're interested in supporting the channel. You do get the badge and the Geek Gold if you do $15 or more. So it's, of course, optional. I've done it for a number of years now because I utilize BGG a lot. I guess for a while there, I didn't do it because I just wasn't. There's a period of time when I didn't play very many board games. So anyway, let's get into the list. We'll start with number 10, Weather Machine. So the new ratings are going up. Could be that more people are getting a chance to play it finally. I'm sure shipments have arrived in other parts of the world. It is actually doing better than I expected, given my playthroughs of it. But let's see how it continues to do. We still rank. I feel like the Gallerist is still my favorite Lacerda game. I like the fact that it has a more intuitive action. Like, the actions you do are a little bit more intuitive with the theme than some other ones. So, number 10, Weather Machine. Number 9, Darkest Dungeon, the board game. So I think we looked at this one a few weeks ago, or over the last few weeks. Maybe it missed last week, but it's not doing so hot. Again, I think it's a dungeon crawler that it's hard to... And also, I think there was some shipping issues with it, or some production issues that people didn't like. So... Anyway, the game's not doing that good in the ratings. I think part of it is so many dungeon crawlers nowadays. It's hard to differentiate yourself in that thing, especially with big names like Gloomhaven out there. So number 9, Darkest Dungeon. Number 8, Lacrimosa. So we've seen this for a number of weeks. This game was probably one of the more popular ones at BGGCon Hot Games Room. I didn't get a chance to play it there. It did look cool, but its ratings have been kind of mixed. I guess the ones around BGCon were actually a little bit lower, so maybe the people that played it didn't like it as much. The theme is very interesting. I think the graphics design looked pretty good, although it looked a little bit busy on the board. Is this one going to be the top 100? Probably not. It's trending a little bit low for early ratings. I mean, very few above 8. It'll probably trend a little bit lower over time, but it is good to see a unique theme that it seems like it's a solid game. So number 8, Lacrimosa. Number 7, Splendor Duel. So Splendor Duel, we've seen for a number of weeks. I think it was actually number 1 last week, if I remember right. Anyway, this game is a two-player version of Splendor. It's doing pretty well. It's probably a solid game. I don't think it's going to beat like Seven Wonders Duel on the BG top list, but I think it's going to do solid, probably in the top 250, given that it's based on Splendor and it's trending pretty high 7s for a while now with quite a number of ratings. So number 7, Splendor Duel. Number 6, Wayfarers of the South Tigris. So this is actually ratings are a little bit lower than I expected. I haven't played the game yet myself, but I guess it is probably the heaviest of his games in the whole series. I don't think there's any other heavier game than this one. Maybe that's detracting from some of the people that usually like his games. I don't know. But Wayfarers of South Tigris is the latest game from Shem Phillips. I'm assuming there's going to be 2 other South Tigris ones coming up, based on his previous trilogy in each, north, west. Now it's south. I really want to play this game. Maybe next year, early next year or so. Number 6, Wayfarers of the South Tigris. Number 5, Great Western Trail Argentina. So this is another game I wanted to try out. I didn't get a chance to play it at BGGCon, although it was there. Let's take a look at it real quick. So I'm actually most excited about the New Zealand one, just because I think the New Zealand... I didn't even know there was like driving cows in New Zealand, but maybe there is, or maybe they're going to do something completely different with the formula. So Do we have a picture of the board? Yeah, so this is, I guess, the board. It's going to work on this. It looks like it's going to work basically the same as Great Western Trail with a different trail. You're going to have, and oh, it's interesting. They did the stops the other direction around here. So it kind of comes, wraps around into the board, which is kind of interesting. Maybe there's some interaction with the train stops at the end. I don't know. Anyway, you're going to, build your deck of cows and march them along the trail multiple times, upgrading your people, putting them on your board. I don't know what these are, but you're doing something out here. Maybe shipping too now on ships. Who knows? And or maybe, yeah, I guess maybe when you get to the end, you have multiple options. You can put them on a ship or put them on a train, and you can march the train or move the ship. So we'll see what this one looks like. It's going to probably do great in terms of the ratings. This is probably Alexander Pfister's best game. I don't think I've played a game that's better than Great Western Trail, and I assume Great Western Trail Argentina is going to just build on all the learnings from Great Western Trail. Has all the upgrades for the second edition, like the dual layer boards and all the great stuff with that. Am I going to get this? I might just wait for New Zealand, and I already have the original Great Western Trail with the Rails to the North expansion. So I don't know. I think probably just wait for New Zealand and get, you probably only need one Great Western Trail. I'll have two then. Number 5, Great Western Trail Argentina. Number 4, Wingspan Asia. So this is doing phenomenal. This is probably going to go in the top 100s because it's a standalone expansion based on Wingspan. It's going to do well, I think. It's going to sell plenty of copies, and probably it looks like it's very well received, at least early on. So number 4, Wingspan Asia. Number 3, Heat Pedal to the Metal. So this is interesting. This one started out kind of weak. So I don't know if you look back a few weeks, we saw it in the upper 7s, and now it's getting solid 8. So I don't know if people are playing it more or more people are getting their copies, but I originally thought this definitely wasn't going to be a top 100 game, but looking at this, it has a possibility. So I think we're going to have to keep our eye on it. So number 3, Heat Pedal to the Metal. Number 2, Clank Catacombs. So I don't know what this rating was this week, maybe pre-release, but this is getting incredible ratings. I can imagine, based on what we've seen in the past, it's got the Clank formula, which people really like, but it is where you're building the map. And I feel like that gives you a lot of interesting options in the game if you're building a dynamic dungeon. So you're kind of more exploring. Like Clank, you're not really exploring, you're just going down through a preset path. This one gives you the exploration aspect of, I guess, of what Clank's supposed to be. You're exploring into a dungeon and trying to find the treasure. So I think I'm not the biggest Clank fan. I'm liking Clank Legacy because of the amount of unlocks and the story behind it. I find it kind of amusing. This one might be the Clank game for me. I'm going to have to give it a try. So number 2, Clank Catacombs. And number 1, Aeon Trespass Odyssey. So 257 ratings. I thought this was just on Kickstarter now, but maybe it's not. 2022 now. So this is a crowdfunding Kickstarter. I guess it's on Amazon. Wow, that's a big price on Amazon. So, campaign game about adventures, exploration, fierce battles with giant monsters, of course. Cooperative. Yeah, so you must cooperate to defeat one. Okay, so this is another boss battler, a la Oathsworn, which I already backed. Miniatures look pretty decent. Man, some of these are huge. One looks like it's a house, or I don't know. I do remember this from Kickstarter. I almost backed it, actually. Decided against it. I actually decided against backing either boss battler, so I wasn't sure at the time which one was going to be better. Now that Oathsworn came out, it got incredible reviews. I do like the boss battler genre. This game is huge, though. So Is it going to do as well as Oathsworn? I mean, it's okay. It's fairly similar to Kingdom Death, but probably more accessible. So I think people really like this. It's extremely complex, so I don't know. I mean, I think to have a campaign game that's extremely complex, at least for my group, is going to make it hard to get to the table. If we're going to play a extremely complex game, we're probably going to bust out a Lacerda or something like that. So I think I'm kind of glad I got Oathsworn, and probably glad that I ended up holding off and not picking up this game. So there you have it. That is the BGG Climbers for the week ending 12/7/2022. Again, if you like this video, please like and please subscribe, and please take a look at our other videos. Thank you.